Good morning, good afternoon or good evening, wherever in the world you may be. Today I wanted to talk to you about in-store shopping versus online shopping and just relate to you a few problems that I've had shopping fairly recently, which have made me migrate to online shopping only, because enough's enough. You'll understand why. The first incident that happened, and this was quite a while ago, it's about 15 years ago, so I wasn't even that old then. I was 54, 55. Might seem old to some people, but trust me, it's not. And I bought some jeans from a shop called, why not name names? I bought them from a shop called Forever New. It was a Saturday, they were very busy, there was a queue for the changing rooms and I didn't have the time to stop. So I bought my usual size, took them home, tried them on, and they were too big. So during the week when it was quieter, I went into the store and asked the young lady behind the counter if I could have a refund because I tried them on and they were too big. And she had a slightly bemused look on her face and she looked at me and she said, "Oh, these were for you?" And I thought, yes. Is that a problem? And just, that initial reaction of, goodness me, why are you wearing jeans? You're a bit old for that, aren't you? Oh my goodness, jeans, they seem to cause so many problems, and those are the ones J-E-A-N-S, not the G-E-N-E-S, because God knows they cause even more problems. And on another occasion, now this is even worse, not the same store, another store. I won't name it because I actually shop from there quite a lot, but yeah, this was bad. So there was a sales assistant standing behind the counter talking on her phone. And I thought, I'll wait until she's finished. She'll see me there and she'll wind up the conversation with her friend. But no, she did not. I cleared my throat to alert her to the fact that I was actually there. So I went, nothing. She carried on. So I thought, okay, so this time it was a excuse me. Nothing. She carried on as if I didn't exist. Just 10 to the dozen she was talking on the phone. And then I sort of leant on the counter and leant forward so she could see me very clearly. And I said, "Excuse me, can I please pay for these items?" And do you know what she said to me? Oh my God, it was just friggin' unbelievable. She looked me straight in the eye and said, "Do you mind? I was talking to my friend." I gave up. I just said, "Fine, talk to your friend, whatever." Left them on the counter, walked out. What do you say? Really? Come on. By the way, if you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed, why not? Please subscribe and support my channel, and please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment in the box down under. I would really appreciate it. You want to. So another thing that happened, and I was really unimpressed with this one. Oh, and I still am really unimpressed by this. Scott and I came back from France, where we'd lived for numerous years, and we needed new mobile phones. So we went to this Vodafone pop-up store thing they had in the shopping mall. Scott got his phone, no problem. I was sort of wandering around at the time looking at various phones, so I didn't see, the transaction take place. Saw a phone that I liked and asked the sales assistant about it. So we discussed the different plans, etc., sorted all of that out, found a plan that was suitable. And then he said to me, "Can I see your driving licence, please?" And I said, "No, I'm sorry, I don't have a driving licence." but I brought my passport with me. I mean, I was used to carrying that around because in France, for some reason, you're always having to show people your passport or your carte d'identité or whatever. You know, they're big on documents in France. So I said, here's my passport. And he said, no, I'm sorry, I need to see a driving licence. And I said, well, I don't drive because I'm slightly disabled. I've got a knee problem, a back problem, haven't driven for years. Sorry, don't have one. But I mean, this is my passport, that's me. You know, you can clearly see that it has my details on. And he said, no, I'm very sorry, it's company policy. If you don't have a driving licence, you can't buy a mobile phone. And I thought, well, welcome home to Australia. Yep. And I started to remember all the reasons why I left in the first place. Anyway, however, I digress. To cut a long story short, my husband, oh, goodness me, I mean, it really, really, you know, digs deep to this day. My husband had to buy my phone in his name. And it is still in his name because, do you know what? I still can't get my own phone because I don't have a driving licence. I mean, really? God. Okay, this is another mobile phone story, and I'll make this the last one. I won't go waffling on ad nauseum, but before we'd gone to the pop-up store where my husband eventually bought my phone for me in his name, lovely, I was at another store looking at mobile phones and I found one I liked, so I went over to the counter and stood with the phone that I had taken from the display, and there was a young male sales assistant about 4 feet away from me, literally, for metric people, about a metre and a bit. So I did the usual, you know, cleared the throat, you know, the cough, excuse me, could you help me please? As I was saying that, a young man walked into the store and stood next to me at the counter. The sales assistant walked 2 steps over and I thought he was coming to serve me because I had been waiting there for some time, but no, he addressed the young man standing next to me. And I said, excuse me, do you mind? I was actually here first and I've been waiting for quite a long time. And they both turned and looked at me and didn't say a thing. They just looked. And then they went back to talking about whatever it was about the phone that this young gentleman needed. And I was just totally, absolutely, 100% ignored. Why? I don't know. I'm old, I must be invisible. You know, one would think that I'd borrowed Harry Potter's Cloak of Invisibility. However, I haven't, but oh my goodness, I wish I did have it, because that will be fun. So now I don't go into stores. In fact, the last time I went shopping, real life shopping, was December 2022. I went into a Chanel boutique in the city because there was something I wanted to buy just before the price increase. And apart from that, it had been some years, and now I just do all of my shopping online. I mean, you know, I've tried to say things to people to make myself more visible. You know, I've spoken to people nicely, politely. I haven't been rude. I've been pleasant, you know, and nothing seems to work. And I hate to say that I've given up because I don't like to give in, but what else are we supposed to do? If anybody's watching who is over 60 or around that age, who's experienced anything like that, yet has managed to correct the situation, please tell me in the comments down under, because I would really like to know. Anyway, I think that's enough of in-store shopping. Let's go online shopping, and the websites that we look at might surprise you just ever so slightly. So after my tales of woe, well, not really, but you know what I mean, the difficulties I've had in store shopping, I migrated to online shopping quite some time ago and I've stuck with it ever since. It suits me. I've chosen one website in particular to look at today because I think it's a really good example of just how good online shopping can really be. And the website in question is Mango. Now, Mango are a privately owned Spanish company. You might not have heard of them if you're outside of Europe, but you will soon, because they have released these details that they expect to confirm their international ambitions with 500 new stores planned by 2026. These openings will mostly take place in the United States, the UK and France. So, in the next couple of years, there might be a store near you. Zara, I find the quality a bit iffy. I mean, it can be good, but I think Mango, their quality is a lot more consistent. I have never had any problems whatsoever, and I've been shopping at Mango for well over 10 years now, so I will verify that they're well worth it. Anyway, as you can see on the screen here, Victoria Beckham has just done a collaboration with Mango. And we'll click on the shop the collection. The response time might be a little bit slower because of the software I've installed, so do bear with me. Okay, so we'll change C2 items to C4. Right, and as you can see, there's suiting here, a suit without lapels. If we take a look, say, at the suit jacket without lapels, that cut just is classic Victoria Beckham. I don't usually shop collaborations because I usually find that the designer in question has sort of watered things down a bit. You know, it's not quite as good as their main line. But this looks exceptional. And I love the jacket without lapels because it's not fighting with any jewellery at all. So if anybody watching this is still out there in the corporate world, I think this is well worth a look. Now, I have had a quick look at this collection prior to this session now, and this dress here, which I love the sleeves. I love short sleeves that come just above the elbow. I'm not a fan of my upper arms anymore. I've got a slight case of what we call in Australia tuck shop arms, or bingo wings, as I think they're called in the UK. So I really like the length of these sleeves coming just above the elbow because I think it's really flattering for mature women. This dress I absolutely love, and as I said, I've ordered it, but I'm a little bit bothered about the length because being 5 foot nothing, fingers crossed that it's not too long. I also checked before I ordered it to make sure that it could be washed because I don't do dry clean. I'm a really wash and wear type person, and if it doesn't need ironing, all the better. So that one is winging its way to me, and I shall update you when it arrives. So we'll look at slightly more of her collection before we move on. That dress is fabulous. Absolutely love that. The draping is gorgeous, but on my body, no. 30, 40 years ago, yes. Today, not really. Same with this one here. I mean, this is just gorgeous if you've got fabulous legs and fabulous arms. And if there are any younger people watching this, which I hope there are, please, 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 while you can, wear more of these sort of things. You know, wear the halter necks, wear the open back dresses, wear the slim strap cami type tops, because, you know, a few years down the track you won't be able to. Most of the time I shop from the teen department. teenage girls. We'll have a quick look at, oh goodness, I hate menus that do this. Okay. We'll have a look at t-shirts and tops. Okay, now straight away my eye is drawn to this t-shirt here. I love the cold shoulder look because it's a way of showing a bit of flesh without revealing too much, and it also, because that ends just above the elbow, covers up the bingo wings, which is fabulous. Couldn't be better. And in Australian dollars, that's $25.95, and oh, I should check the sizing actually. I'll just explain the teen sizing to you. A large will be the equivalent to a woman's medium, medium equivalent to a small, small equivalent to an extra small, etc., etc. Obviously, in the teen range, you won't get such a range of sizes. But if we go to plus sizes, whoops, plus sizes and go to tops here, okay, this is a good top. As I was saying, the one thing I love about their plus range is that they also do it in the smaller sizes. So this top, for example, goes from a size XXS up to a 4XL. Now, you have your size guide here, and that's set for centimetres, but I'll go to inches if you don't mind. I'm not really a centimetre person. So you can see the sizing here. I'm usually either a small or a medium. I'm sort of in between the two. Small is about the same as a UK or Australian size 8 and a US size 4. And then we go up to a 4XL there. So you can see from those sizes there, they're really inclusive. They cover quite a range, which I think is brilliant. We'll get back to women's sweaters and cardigans. There was a particularly nice one that I saw earlier. Ah, this is one of the ones. This cardigan I love. I love the clean lines there. I love the white edging on the black. I think it really elongates the body. It's stunning. Unfortunately, the sizing in this only goes up to XXL. And as you can see, it's sold out. But if you click on that there, you can put your email address in there. They'll notify you when it's back in stock. And they often do come back in stock because they get returns, etc., etc. This, I think, is gorgeous. They're pretty good at telling you what the fabric is, washing instructions, description. It's fine knit fabric, polo neck, long sleeve, front button closure. I do like the fact that it tells you how things close because I do have problems with fiddly fastenings. That's also available in the white with black edging, which is really stunning. Loving that. While I'm scrolling down here, you'll see that there's a huge variety of clothing, you know, from sort of mesh, little mesh tops like that. And don't disregard those if you're older. I wear things like that with a little crop top underneath. You can wear it with a cami underneath. I think they're really nice and good for spring or autumn. You know, when you want something just to give you that extra bit of warmth. And that colour, I love that cobalt blue. Absolutely stunning. Really gorgeous. More polo neck there. I'm not so keen on horizontal stripes, especially when you're short. They tend to make you look even shorter. That's a nice one. The zip in itself, having just that clean line that goes down the middle of your body, will help to elongate it. That one I have also ordered. It is winging its way to me as we speak. So I'll update you on that one because I thought that was quite cute. I'm hoping the sleeves aren't too short on me. There's the same little polo neck sweater that I ordered in black. The cream looks quite nice as well, actually, and I do tend to buy multiple colours of something if I like it. You know, if it really suits me, I do have a tendency to go just a little bit over the top. Okay, now talking of being inclusive, they also, of course, do men's fashion. Have a look at polos on there, seeing as they're sort of on trend at the moment. That ribbed knit polo shirt is really nice. Really nice and simple, clean lines, gorgeous. I do often look at the men's section because why not? You know, so many things are unisex, aren't they? They do really good basics, you know, with really fantastic quality. Their fabrics are always superb and they wash beautifully. So as you can see, there's a good range for men as well. Another thing I wanted to tell you, the returns process is relatively easy, but it does take a few days. You initiate the return online, and they then send you a confirmation email to let you know that they've received your return request and that their carrier will be in touch with you in a few days. It's usually about 2 to 3 days later you'll get an email from the carrier suggesting a pickup date and time. If it doesn't suit you, you can rearrange the time. And I don't know about in other countries, but certainly to return from Australia, which is probably the furthest away from Spain that you can get, I would have thought, it is the princely sum of $5 Australian to return items, which I think is brilliant. So, you know, no problem there if whatever you buy doesn't fit you. I think there's a great range of t-shirts on here for guys. Really, really nice. And some really nice polo necks as well, which my husband tends to favour. Yeah, gorgeous. And if any of you watching have children, they also do children's wear. But they have some cute little bags. And these natural fibre ones are great for the summer. I tend to retire most of my leather bags when it's summer here. That's another nice little natural fibre one. Yeah, so there are a few of Mango's bags. Oh, nice crystal clutch bag. God, I'm like a bowerbird. I'm just attracted to anything sparkly. Just give me anything that sparkles, anything with a bit of bling, and yep, thank you very much. Put that in the cart. On that note, on a sparkly, blingy note, I might just have to add a few things to my shopping bag, and I think I probably waffled on enough. I hope you've stuck with me throughout all of this, because if you have, coming up next is Fashion Hack of the Week. And please, if you're watching my videos and you haven't subscribed, why not? Please subscribe and support my channel. You know you want to. Fashion hacks are next. This week, it's a really good one. Actually, 2 good ones. I'll see you there. The fashion hack this week, as promised last week, is a Dior fashion hack. In fact, there are 2 fashion hacks this week. Both of them are to do with ballet flats. Now, I think you'll remember the Target ballet flats. I'll just bring them a little bit closer. And they have something similar to the canage print that Dior has. They're obviously faux leather, and they have gorgeous sort of memory foam insoles that are just, so comfortable, incredible. Anyway, as you can see over here somewhere, there is a Dior ballet flat, which is called, sorry, I'm just looking at the notes, rose quartz quilted canage calf skin for the eye-watering sum of 1,500 Australian dollars, which is about $1,000 US. Really crazy amounts of money. This pack of pearls was bought from Spotlight, which is a local haberdashery store. They sell material, beads, elastic, actually they sell loads of things now, buttons, cotton, they even sell extension leads, batteries, you name it, they have it. So what I did was I sewn one of these, onto the front of the Target ballet flats. And again, if we look up here, we'll see that they are very similar. Just so easy. Just sew one onto the front, in front of the bow there. Now, admittedly, the bows are different, but you could buy some grosgrain ribbon, cream ribbon, if you wanted to replace these, so that they look like the Dior ballet flats, because they have a flat grosgrain bow. But I think, all in all, for the money, they look pretty fabulous. And we also use these pearls for the next hack. I started off with these satin ballet flats with the black elastic from Mango. I think these are about $60, so a bit pricier than the Target ones. And if you look up here, you'll see the D-Joy ballet flats in black satin and grosgrain. Admittedly, these are brown and black, but with the addition of a pearl again, and I had some Chanel ribbon lying around because I didn't have any plain black ribbon, so you can put those on with the Chanel underneath so that you don't see it. So these are inspired by the D-Joy ballet flats, which on the Dior website are in black satin and grosgrain. The bow's in grosgrain at the front, and also the ribbon that ties up the leg is in grosgrain. They also have different colours, and they cost 1,350 Australian dollars, or US $900. Quite different to these. These Mango satin ballet flats are about $60. That's another one of the pearls out of the $6.50 pack of 24, I think. The elastic was already on these ballet flats. The black ribbon I actually had lying around. I think they look quite fabulous. The next one is inspired by the Dior ballet flat, which is the rose quartz quilted canage calf skin, an eye-watering sum of 1,500 Australian dollars, or 1,000 US dollars. Again, all I did with these was just sew a little pearl in front of the bow. Admittedly, the Dior ones have the flat bow across there in grosgrain ribbon, but you could easily buy that, make a bow, change it, and really, I don't think you'd be able to tell any difference. I mean, after all, when they're down on the floor, you know, how much different do they look? I love these. I absolutely love these Target ballet flats. So that rounds up today's video. I've told you some stories about not very good in-store experiences. Please let me know in the comments down under if you've had any similar experiences. I'd love to hear, really. What else have we done? We've done some online shopping, and I've showed you my Dior fashion hacks of the week, and that's about it until Wednesday. So thank you for watching. I'd really appreciate it if you'd subscribe and give it a thumbs up. You know you want to. And until Wednesday, à bientôt mes amis. Au revoir. Who are watching have had bad experiences, but no, and you will never guess what she said. Seriously, hand on heart, oops, hand on microphone, oh dear, noise, sorry about that. From plans, etc., etc., and I whistled again. And then he said to me, can I, oh, sorry, well, he walked straight up to the counter, no, I whistled again. Is this gap in the teeth here? Anyway, I think that's enough of in-store shopping.